Howdy. A little update about the weather in Europe. I guess it's safe to talk about weather, they say. That's just wind on the surface. And it seems to increase overnight, and tomorrow we get some stronger winds. At the moment, there's nothing really going on. Just kind of rain, snow mix. And as Sunday turns into Monday, there's another one coming. Which will be here about what? It doesn't come even here. It will pass to the south. Might have something to do with the surface conductive anomaly, I don't know. But we noticed that cold air is plunging over the Atlantic southwards. And it seems to reach northern Africa. Let's have a quick look. Let's have a quick look at the satellite pictures. Because I thought that's somehow interesting to watch that, because here we have La Palma, somewhere here are the Azores, and up here we have Iceland. And at least these two are connected at the moment, and maybe La Palma is as well, because there are some small clouds from there. We have this still spinning here, and this will still stay for a while. Also, we have action here, which is already making some destructive interferences, like heavy rains and winds and all these kind of things. Yeah, it's interesting to watch how this will develop. Maybe that's just the beginning. Yeah, let's see how much action do we get here. But let's have a quick look at the earthquake situation. This is the last 24 hours. And there's an interesting pattern if you watch these here. They're somehow aligned. And if we compare it to the weather map, there is this kind of similar empty space in somewhat the same region. Actually, this extends even further to the east. And these kinds, they are really interesting if you just zoom in and you notice that you are really close 21 hours ago. But Preisig, which indicates that there might be some thermal bath, besides Lachersee. Plinian eruptions, interaction between hot magma and water, hydrothermal explosions. And the Eiffel volcanic field, eruption style unspecified. I guess there is water involved in those eruptions too, or has been. 10 hours ago, Biblis, Braunfels. And one thing which is maybe interesting to know is that the river Rhine goes somewhat like that. So all these quakes here are along the river Rhine. Vulcano, Vulcano. 2.4, 37 minutes ago, 8 kilometers in depth, which is really shallow. Very old stratovolcano dominated the Rhine River plain. Stratovolcano, probably extinct. Probably. They say 5 hours ago. 5 hours ago. Yeah, this is maybe one I have to check out later. Walzutingen, Freiburg Region, Baden-Württemberg, Germany. 1 kilometer in depth or no depth at all. Do we have something? Yeah, there's a gorge or something. And water. And the tax office. Yeah. Furthermore, we go southwards into the Alps. There is action going on. 8 kilometers in depth. We have a quake at the very end of a glacier. We have 1, 2, 3 lakes. 13 hours ago. 7 kilometers in depth. 5 kilometers in depth. And since we ended up here, this is the glacier where it's ending. I guess so. That's the end of the ice. Or maybe it continues still until here, which might be just another layer. And I really have to ask the same old question again. If glaciers created the valleys, where's the pile? Where is it? Zex de Marina. Wow, we cannot see what's under this. Bec de Bosson? Can we see this on satellite imagery? No. Blacked out for whatever reason. But anyway, let's continue. Because La Palma, I have been saying this all the time since they officially said the eruption is over. And I said I don't believe. Here it says ongoing. But there is action going on in La Palma. Where is the tremor map? Yeah, I don't find it anymore. I have seen some map where you can see a rather big increase in seismicity, like really recent, last few hours. This doesn't really work now here. Anyway. There is action in La Palma. Earthquake failed to 2 hours. 1 hour ago, 1.2, 1.7, 1.9, 1.7, 1.4, and they're all like really recent, 1 hour ago. Now let's make it 2 days. And I guess there are much more of those tremors than we can see here on the map. So we have to keep an eye on La Palma. I was watching Windy, and I guess on weekend we will see some more action on La Palma. Or maybe also action here. St. George. 2 hours. Yeah, there is still 14 kilometers. That's a deeper one. 2.1 at the surface. Yeah, there is potential over the weekend to have some more volcanic activity on European ground. 33 minutes ago, Barbodunga, Bardarbunga, 7 kilometers in depth. And this other one is even bigger, 4.1, 52 minutes ago on the surface. Interesting. So this was erupting in 14 and 15. At the moment, still dormant. Grimsvötn, one of the biggest volcanoes in Europe under the biggest glacier. Dormant still, even though that there is something going on, melting. From underneath, let's check out the Arctic. There isn't anything at the moment, but we might have to expect something going on there as well. Sakurajima has been active. Etna seems to activate itself as well. There were some quakes in America as well. There was some 4 somewhere in Texas, but it's not here on the list. Okay. Earthquake filter. Ah. Now we found it. But I guess many people will cover this. I want. Yeah. That's what we're up to. Actually, is there one or more? It seems to be just one. 3 hours ago. 100 kilometers in depth, Rogaland, Norway. Yeah, some might miss this quake because it's not really visible. That's really interesting. Yeah, maybe you have to check out later where that is exactly. Lake Ladoga. Not really. Because that's Lake Ladoga. That's not even close, but there was mining operations. Big scale mining operations. But this seemed to have happened. Is that a railway track? I guess so. Yeah, it might be a railway track. Why I think that's important? Because it's a metal wire. It's conductive, it connects stuff, it's connected to the ground, and it's pure metal. They might interact with the electromagnetic environment, like power grid does as well. But anyway, I leave it here. We have to keep an eye on the development of many things. Etna, La Palma, Azores, Iceland, and probably also the Rhine River with its volcanoes. Bad weather happening here, really bad weather. You should be aware of that. Probably you are if you're there, like in the floods. You probably noticed. But the thing is, here in the middle, there's actually a deeper quake. Whoa, I haven't noticed that. 54 kilometers. Yeah, really interesting. You have to be aware of the fact that the region where this low pressure system is spinning is on top of these volcanoes. And many, many times, if you watch whatever Merapi, Semeru, or whatever volcano, when they erupt, there's usually really bad weather around them because it's interacting with the things which are below. So you could think that if if you have a volcanic landscape or volcanoes and there's bad weather, thunderstorms and whatever you have, there might be bad weather as well under the surface, beneath the surface, in the ground, as above, so below. So I think since we have this low pressure system spinning there at the same place all the time, and this is going on for quite some time, 2 weeks or something. It more or less stays at the same place. It's locked in place. And I guess the volcanoes have something to do with that. But that's just a really wild guess. And now it gets overpowered by something, but that's just a forecast. We have to watch that. I just wanted to show you about this region where what I was talking about, this boundary here. It has already been broken, obviously, because the airflow is southwards. I guess you can see it now. What I was talking about all the time. But I leave it here. Thanks. Bye.